Well, hello all signs and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarots. Don't worry, the tarots are naked, not Timsy. Nearly mucked up my lines there. We are doing a read on your twin flame runner today, if they are a Leo. So, yes, it will be a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't panic too much. You just might not be in the twin flame cycle, or very possibly we might not be putting on your runner. Not all the Leos in the twin flame cycle will be doing exactly the same thing. So the energies I was picking up in the all signs was your Leos. They're wanting to come to you, but every time they try, something seems to get in the way. Okay, and then it knocks them back a peg, and then they're getting to the point they're thinking, well, am I actually destined to be with the collective? Because every time I try to get close to the collective, something gets in my way. So they're a little bit of a wounded warrior. Okay, so that is kind of like the energies I was picking up. What we'll do is we will quickly fly into the read. Just here will be how your Leo thinks about you. Just here's how your Leo feels about you. Just here is going to be what your Leo thinks it might do about the situation. And just here is going to be what it's most likely going to do about the situation. In the middle here will be something what the universe wants to tell you. Either advice for you, some sort of idea of what the future might hold for you, something like that. Okay, we'll be clarifying with these cards. And let's just crack on then. Right, well, normally I would do a cut and show you the cut, and that would help clarify that 9 of Wands, which you had in the All Signs overview I had for you. If you know your tarot, you would have known it was the 9 of Wands when I called your Leo the Wounded Warrior. If you don't know your tarots, if you're new to tarots, then welcome. Hopefully you will learn a lot from my channel. I do try to keep it all basic. I try to explain the cards on the most basic levels they can be taken as. And the 9 of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. So before I do my cut, we have got a Page of Cups. As I said, they're trying to come in with a message of love to you, but they're coming in as a page. They keep getting blocked. Okay, bigger, better energies get in the way of them. The 2 of Swords. That is literally them starting to think, am I destined to be with you, the collective, the viewer? Okay, I'm not suggesting that you throw out a lifeline to them. They have to learn how to swim themselves. Okay, but let's just see where the tarot goes with all this. As I said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, still subscribe and share anyway, because I don't always do love soul cycles. I do general reads most of the time. It's just every now and then I will jump in. This year I'm going to try to jump in at least once a month into the love soul cycle, just to see what's going on for you all. The other one I'm going to try to do at least once a month as well is financials. Okay, so the 7 of Cups. Well, normally I would say the 7 of Cups is, oh, they have lots of choices, the world is that way, stepping away. But no, this is them trying to get to you. Okay, they're trying and trying and trying, and every time they come with that cup of love for you, something knocks it out of their hands. Okay, that's pretty much the best way I can describe that energy of that 7 of Cups for you. So that's what they're thinking. How they feel in their soul is the Queen of Wands. They feel very passionate for you. They feel like they're going to would defend you against the world. Okay, because they are energies from the Queen of Wands. Yes, the Queen of Wands can be two-faced. Yes, the Queen of Wands can be a little bit of a bitch, but the Queen of Wands is also very defensive. She is a staunch defender of those who are loyal towards her, and she is a very, very strong opponent if you go against her in any way, shape or form. Okay, but she is also someone who is very passionate, very loving, and she wants in her soul to give you passion, to give you love. Okay, her love or his. Your person could be a he or she. It does not matter what I say during my reads about his or she's, hims and hers. They are all theys. It's just the energy I pick up off the card itself. This is like the feminine side of the King of Wands. if you will. The Hangman card coming out for what they are thinking about doing. They don't know, pretty much. They are looking at the situation. They've tried various different routes already, and they've been blocked on various different routes by various different ways. They're looking for a new way to come in. They're looking for a new way to catch your attention. They're looking for a new way to communicate with you. But they're not sure how. Basically, is what I get from that one. Oh, Eureka. What they are most likely to do is just come blurting in with an offer of a new start. Okay? Quite a fiery, passionate offer of a new start. The problem with this is it's an ace of wands, and the ace of wands has a tendency of being like an old-fashioned torch. Okay, a bit of wood which is got some rag on the end which has been doused in oil. Now, if it gets windy enough or wet enough, that torch goes out. Yeah, it's hard to keep it alight, and that's kind of like what it's saying. It's a tentative coming in. They're protecting that fire, but if something else gets in their way, again, it's going to be just another one of these emptied cups up there. The Page of Swords. The universe is telling us, or telling you, more to the point, my collective, that when they come in, you may be a little bit disappointed. It may not be what you were expecting. Okay. Or it may be so strong and overpowering. So basically, as I using that whole torch analogy, yeah, they might just come in with a smouldering stick, and you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Okay, they may come in with literally a log on fire, and it looks like they're about to burn down your house, and it's going to be very dramatic. It's going to be like knocking you, bowling you over, so to speak. All right, let's get some clarifiers out then for all these. Let's start with the Seven of Cups and see where that is taking us on the clarifier sense. There we go, that's the one. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Wands. It's just a little step down from that Nine of Wands. Okay, they may be starting to break through those defensive barriers. Those things will keep getting in the way. They are thinking, they think about you, and they are determined to get victory for you. Okay, with the Chariot card there. Yeah, I call this Naked Tarots. There's two reasons I call this Naked Tarots. One is because I don't edit the videos. I very rarely edit the videos. I may pause it while I'm videoing to cough or something like that. Or if I get extremely dry as I'm talking, I might pause it to take a slurp of drink, because you don't want to hear that, especially with the earphones right next to the microphone's right next to my throat and mouth. You're going to hear a big nasty gulp. It's probably bad enough when you hear me swallowing, but that is veering from the point. The other reason I call it the Naked Tarots is because I don't deal with the astrology all tied in with the cards. Yes, certain cards like that one there has a certain star sign attached to it. I'm not going to call the star sign, but it has a certain star sign attached to it. It doesn't mean you're dealing with that star sign. It just means you're dealing with an energy like the star sign's energy. Okay, so it's like a description. If someone said to you, oh, well, what's the energy of that? I could say, well, it's a whatever. Okay, obviously, if you know your astrology, you can see the symbol on there. You know what star sign it is representing. That's the sort of energy. And trust me, they can be dogged. They can be determined. Once they have got their little claws stuck on something, they do not let go. Okay, and that is kind of energy coming off that Chariot. They are determined to see this through and get with you, or back with you, possibly. Okay, crossing this is the Moon. Again, it's another major arcana. Again, it's a representation of a star sign, but we're not going down that road. They just, I haven't done the Seven of the Wands. The Seven of Wands is basically they're defending their position. Okay, they feel like they're always on the back foot, and every time they try to come closer to you, something knocks them back. Okay, the Moon is an indication of that they're not sure what's coming next. Pretty much, it's like I'm charging forward in my Chariot. I've hired myself a Chariot with two sturdy horses on the front of it. I'm going to charge forward. I've got armor on. I'm protected against everything, but I'm not sure what's going to hit me next. How it might be a dragon coming out of nowhere and getting me. Okay. And underneath that, I said about them, I said they're determined to get with you, or in some cases, have a second try. And there is the card of second tries underneath that moon. Okay, so they're not sure they will get a second try, but they're for those of them, those Leos who have been with you at least once before, collective, they're not sure you'll give them a second try. I don't know what the hell they done to deserve that. They just ran. Most of them just ran because they couldn't handle the emotions. But how they feel in their soul, they feel pain. They feel pain that they haven't actually got to you. They also just feel the soulmate connection. It's just pulling on them. It's what's driving them to do the things they are doing. It's what's driving them to come towards you. With Temperance crossing over here, they felt this way a long time. The pain of not being with you and the feelings that they should be with you, with that Two of Cups and that Three of Swords, not more the Three of Swords and that Two of Cups in respective order, they've had for a long time. All they want to do is literally mix their cup of water with yours. Okay, they just want to get with you. They want to be together. They want to share emotions and the like with you, which is amazing. You're dealing with a Leo. After all, I know most Leos I know tend to be, they can be quite emotionless. They are also on the opposite side of the scale, absolute like mega with their emotions, but they don't like showing it. Okay, well, the Leos in my life, they don't like showing their emotions too much. Okay, they can be very passionate, they can be very loving, they can be very sort of amazingly romantic, but the situations has to be right for it. Right, okay, this Hanged Man, the Two of Swords, which we had in the pre-cut, and the Sun. And so these are the actions they are thinking about taking towards you. They're not sure what actions to take towards you. That's the Two of Swords coming out here. That's a difficult decision they have to reconcile. They have to make a choice. They've got a couple of ideas. They have to pick one and go with it. Okay, at the moment, all their ideas they're hoping will ultimately lead them in a nice sunlit glade with you, having a picnic in the woodland forest area or something like that. It's the Sun, it's happiness, it's joy, it's security. Okay, it's a major yes card. They're thinking yes about you. Yes, 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 yes. And I did start to shuffle, but it's okay. I saved the bottom card to see what was crossing it. What is crossing it is the Six of Swords. It's victory again. Basically, in the 3D, they want victory with you. That's the 3D, that's the 5D, and that's the combination of the lot. Okay. So the Six of Swords, it's the recognition of one's hard work, but it's not so much that. It's winning a hard one or getting a victory over a hard won battle, or it is going through a hard battle to get a victory. Okay, and that's what they're doing. It seems like a battle to actually get anywhere near you, collective. I don't know what sort of barriers you put up. I don't know what the hell you're manifesting, but you are making it hard for your Leo. Okay, as I said at the beginning, I'm not suggesting you communicate with them and throw them a lifeline, but you could possibly just stop manifesting them being a stupid person and all that. Yeah, give them a chance. Right, we got the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the ultimate sort of where everything is angling towards at the moment. The most likely outcome the universe can calculate, bearing in mind there is free will involved in all these reads and all these people and all these runners, and the universe can't actually determine what free will is going to do. It can say it's got 3 or 4 choices, and I think it's most likely to go for this one, or I think it should go for this one, but it can't actually say which one it is going to go for, and it might actually go for a 7th choice, which the universe hasn't even factored in. Okay, no, it's free will. But we have got the Five of Cups and we have got the Five of Pentacles, which are both temporary energies. This one is loss and regret. So the actions they are most likely to take, is being driven by loss and regret. It's also being driven from being left out in the cold. They have experienced a lack of communication from you to a point where they just can't take it anymore. They want at least a hello. Okay, they want to just bump into you and just sort of say, hi collective, oh, it's been a long time, yeah, I gotta run, bye, or something along those lines. They are going to be, it's like the personal version of the universe's hanged man up there. It's basically the hanged man on a voluntary level. They're looking inwards for answers. They see you as the lantern there, the light that guides them through the darkness, but they're still stumbling around in the darkness, and they are still tripping over things what get in their way. Okay, so let's see what the universe has to say about... Oh, well, there we go. That's what the universe has to say about... Oh, got 3 cards for you today. Right. Okay. I think they're saying when they finally stumble into your life, not necessarily this week, not necessarily this month, but when they do finally stumble into your life, it will create a tower. You might have totally written them off by then, and you may have started putting in things into place as a replacement. Okay, don't get me wrong, yes, there is only one twin flame out there for you, but I suppose the way science works, if a twin flame, or if a flame can split into 2 and go into 2 individual people, yeah, then why can't it split into 3 or 4 or 5? Yeah, the theory is out there. You could have more than one twin flame. Personally, my theory of twin flames is it's actually you be reincarnated, your soul in the next life, or 2 lives down the line, or 3 lives back. Yeah, because there's nothing to say that 3 lives back was 200 years ago. 3 lives back might be 200 years from now for you. There's nothing, that time doesn't exist in the universe like that. Yeah, you just get dropped in where you get dropped in, and you make do with what you've got. Okay, well, actually, you get dropped into where what you've learned up until this point works best for the universe. But it is possible twin flames is where you are on 2 different carnations, and you meet each other. Yeah, so you might be meeting a past self, you might be meeting a future self, and that is why the twin flame whole thing works. It is like your soul in another body, because it is actually your soul in another body. And normally the theories behind twin flames is they are meant to teach you something, if nothing else. Normally getting together with a twin flame is normally a pretty bad idea. It's because it's like getting together with yourself. All the things you hate about yourself is within that person as well. So yeah, if they've come from a future timeline and they've dropped back, they might have something you need for this timeline to help them in the future timeline, and so on, and making paradoxes and all sorts of stuff which we're not going into today. But there you go. I might have to do a video on it all one day once I've worked it all out in my head. How about that? You will have happiness, but this tower could disturb those cups. It could knock a few of those cups over, shall we say. Could empty some of them out. It could be that you thought you had happiness until they come in, and then you realize what you had was a small shadow of happiness. Oh, the whole reason I went on the twin flame tangent is because, yes, you might only have one twin flame in your life, excuse me, but you have plenty of deep soulmates, other souls you spend other lifetimes with, who are in this lifetime with you now. The 4 of Pentacles is mainly, it's normally a card of greed or a card of saving for the sake of saving. In this case, I'm saying is hang on to it. Hang on to this connection. Don't stop your life. There's a suggestion up there at the top there. You don't stop your life. You keep going, and then they appear, which kind of shakes where your life has gone to. But just keep hold of it, because if nothing else, you need something out of this connection further down the line. You need to save for the sake of saving. Okay, but you haven't got it yet. Crossing it all for you is the Empress. It is just literally the energy you are in, or very possibly the energy you will be in when they finally stumble in. You might not quite be there yet. It doesn't matter if you don't feel the Empress. It doesn't matter if you don't feel lucky or it's not actually luck. It's just the fact that you start attracting the same vibration as you are, and you are in a very good positive vibration. So you start attract positive things, and positive things appear to other people as lucky things. Very fertile, very, everything you seem to do will sort of grow or turn to gold or whatever. Okay, it is kind of like the best card to be as a representation in a tarot read. Okay, and this is you. But when they come in, it could be dramatic, causing a tower. It could be disappointment, causing a tower. Okay, that's why the tower ended up on the top of this card and not either side of it. What it's telling us is that you do need to hold on to it for something. They've still got something to give you. Your twin flame, they haven't quite relayed everything they need to relay to you yet. And ultimately, I feel that it will actually bring happiness to you, an emotional fulfillment, even if the whole connection does not pan out in a romantic way. Okay, well, thank you very much. That's the end of the read. If it resonates with you, please drop back on. You can find this. This will be in the Twin Soul Cycle, Twin Flame Love Soul Cycle, something like that playlist. You will find it. It will be the one that stands out like a sore thumb. And come back to it in a week or a couple of weeks when things start to pan out. Just drop me a comment. Yeah, it can just be a thumbs up. Well done. Lovely, jubbly. Thank you very much. Give me a like, thumbs up. Not that I often, well, I do. I actually ask for a thumbs up in every video, but it helps the algorithm distribute my video out to other people. If you like this video, then other people might like this video as well. That's how it kind of works. Yeah, someone liked it and someone else liked it. It's a bit like having a wedding ring on when you go out into a bar. It attracts the opposite sex because they think, well, they were good enough for someone else. So yeah, it's kind of like that. Share me out if you feel like I deserve sharing out. It's up to you at the end of the day. I don't mind. Thank you all, and I will catch you all soon.